All right, ladies and gentlemen, the drivers take to the track, the moment you've been waiting for. It's time to go racing at Hickory. Kyle Martin and Riley Maricchio get the front row. Chance Maddock, Andrew Thornton on the second. Richie Joplin, Edmund Jones on the third row. John Barry and Isaiah Priest round out the fourth row. Vern Spring and Ed Sr. rounding out the top 10. Brandon Young starts in 11th, Kendrick Cryer in 12th. Austin Edwards is here tonight in 13th with Kenny Tripp in 14th. CJ Allman in 15th, Russell Worth starts 16th, and Richard Young rounding out this 17-car field. Russell, thank you, buddy, and good luck. If you have a favorite driver in the field, don't forget to drop into the comments. Tell us who you're cheering for. Two drivers have not taken to the grid yet. Hopefully they'll make it back out. Austin Edwards, Richard Young waiting for them to get to the grid. Obviously some of the guys trying to keep some heat in the engines here while they're waiting. Austin Edwards has come to the grid. There he is in the 18, and what the heck? Kendrick Cryer put it in reverse. It's R for reverse, not R for race, Kendrick. McRecken trying to get a head start. Pace car finally catching up. Pace car is in. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Quick start here on the short track as everybody making their way around for lap one. Out of turn 4 and at the line, Maricchio has the nose ahead. Kyle bouncing off the wall down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Andrew Thornton starting to, oh no, Kyle's going backwards. Isaiah Priest crashes back behind. Out of the racing group, no caution. Let's see what happened. Oh, he just gets loose under power. Looked like he was already having an issue. Caution is out. Looks like Edmund Jones may have been involved in this. Let's take a look. Oh, Richie Joplin, Edmund Jones side by side. Oh, Austin Elder's a big checkup. Edmund is sideways. Andrew Thornton has lost connection. Hopefully Andrew's connection gets squared away. He was already up battling for a podium finish tonight. Chance Maderick now up to second. McRecken in third. Richie Joplin fourth. John Berry in fifth. But the man on the move is Austin Edwards in the 118 in seventh, up 6 spots. CJ Allman also up 6 spots in the ninth. Some big movers already here. Isaiah Priest is still rolling, as is Edmund Jones. As the lights go out and we get ready for the restart. Pace car back in. Green back in the air. And Riley gets an awesome launch here. Kyle all the way up underneath Chance Maderick. Caution is out. Kenny Tripp involved. Kenny tries to get by Brandon Young, gets underneath, but gets too much of the apron and goes around. Did hear a few of the drivers saying pre-race, this could get rough. We saw the Legends race. The drivers were struggling here. Bigger cars, more power. The track definitely does not get any bigger, making the racing a lot tighter. Lights back out on the pace car. Single file on the restart. Riley Maricchio in control. He fires green back in the air. Keep a close eye on that 118 and the 20. Both drivers have been marching forward since this race started. The 20 already looking under Vern Spring for 8th place. CJ Allman also on the move. CJ up into 7th, caution. Ed Sr. involved. Ed clipped the apron going into one, had to check up and got a big tap. Riley Maricchio continues to lead after starting in 2nd. Kyle Martin, who started in 1st, now back to 2nd place. Austin Edwards now up into 4th place. CJ Allman up to 7th. Brandon Young in 9th. Russell Worth up to 10th. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going green flag racing. Double file restart this time. Everybody stacked up. Pace car is in. Here we go. Green back in the air. Kyle make a move quickly. Austin Edwards looking on the high side for third. Brandon Young could not complete the pass on Vern. Now he is down to the apron. Here comes Worth on the high side. Edmund Jones after that. Oh, Kyle Martin's in trouble. Caution. Big wreck. What happened to McRecken? Looking for the lead. Has to check up big time. The one has nowhere to go. And McRecken goes flying, lands on Russell Worth. Richie Joplin caught a piece of this. Obviously, Russell Worth caught a ton of it. Austin Edwards right behind it. Richie nowhere to go, gets yeeted into the inside wall. And that is going to be a big shakeup in the top 10. As Riley now in the lead. John Barry is going to be second. CJ Ullman now up to third. Brandon Young in fourth. Edmund Jones in fifth. Kenny Tripp, Isaiah Priest, Ed Senior, Kendrick Cryer, Chance Maderick rounding out your top 10. And you have to think, short track racing at night, a bunch of incidents already. Some tempers are gonna start to flare. Russell Worth obviously went to pit road as well as Kyle Martin. Austin Edwards took time to hit pit road as well. He's on his way back out. Looks like we're going double file on the restart once again. Lights are out. Pace car is in. Here they come out of turn 4. Green in the air. Riley quickly back to the lead. A big battle right behind. Edmund Jones trying to make his way back toward the front in there with Brandon Young. Oh, Brandon, a little tap into Kenny Tripp. Brandon manages to save it, as does Tripp. Ed Senior now up there. Kendrick Cryer making a move. Cryer making that high side work really well. But Edmund Jones is flying around. He is back up to third. CJ Ullman currently sits in second. Kenny Tripp now back to fourth. Brandon Young battling with John Barry. Kendrick Cryer now working the bottom, making a move forward. Oh, we've got a car going up the track. It's Ed Senior. Looks like he might have gotten a left tap from Austin Edwards. And while all this fighting is going on, Riley Maricchio has left the building. He is way out front. But Edmund Jones just got to second. Caution is out. Brandon Young involved. Oh, Kendrick just barely has the nose inside. Brandon tries to hit his line, finds the nose on Kendrick Cryer's car. Richie Joplin getting waved back around onto the lead lap now in 12th. Edmund Jones, after an early incident, went to the tail end of the field, has fought his way back up into second. CJ Allman and Kenny Tripp have come through a lot of chaos to get to third and fourth. And John Berry, man, that guy's been holding on just for dear life in fifth. Honestly, don't know how Berry has avoided some of the incidents he's managed to duck. Getting word John Berry may have some front end damage. Looks like the roll bar may be bent on it, but it doesn't look like significant damage. However, with those open wheels, anything is possible. Pace car is in. Maricchio in control. Green in the air. Edmund manages to get to the bottom line, takes second. Kenny Tripp on the high side claims third, moving CJ back to fourth. Berry in fifth, and they're 3 wide behind. McGrecken and Edwards back out as Kendrick Cryer, several other drivers are just bouncing off each other. Isaiah Priest losing. Oh, we've got a car blinking as Priest seems to be down on power. He's coming back up to speed. Maricchio in the lead now. Kenny Tripp looking for second on Edmund. Edmund now back to third. CJ Allman in fourth. John Berry in fifth. McGrecken in sixth. Chance Maderick in seventh. Austin Edwards back to eighth. Kendrick Cryer, Richie Joplin battling for ninth. Isaiah Priest in 11th. Brandon Young trying to fight back, currently in 12th as we hit the halfway point. Caution is out. Vern Spring involved this time. Oh, out of turn 4. Vern hits the outside wall, bounces down. Richie gets into Richie. Richie managing to save it. And about half the field is going to come to pit road. 4 tires. You have to wonder, given the chaos of this race, is taking 4 tires and losing track position a worthwhile decision? Time will tell. Edmund Jones, 4 tires. Kyle Martin, John Berry, all getting 4 tires. Berry also getting that damage repaired. Everybody is stacked up side by side, ready to go. Hayes' car is in. Maricchio and Tripp. Fire, green flag in the air. Kenny Tripp had to start tail into the field after winning last week. Has already made his way up. Caution. Brandon Young involved. Oh, a push up the track gets into Brandon's left rear, sends him around. At least he is keeping all 4 tires on the ground in this race. Kenny Tripp, the points leader, sitting in second place. Austin Edwards now back up into fourth. Chance Madrick now back up into third. Kendrick Cryer in fifth. Edmund Jones now back up into sixth. Kyle Martin in seventh. John Berry eighth. Russell Worth ninth. And Brandon Young in 10th. Great recovery by Brandon. Everybody stacking back up, getting ready for the restart. No, they're going single file this time on the restart as pace car drops in. Riley fires their away. Kenny Tripp trying to stay with him, find some speed here. Austin Edwards looking under Madrick for third. Top 5 single file. Edmund Jones losing a lot of ground. Caution. John Berry involved. Oh, John just snaps loose out of turn 4. Couldn't get it saved. Gets a little bit of a left tap and goes around. Points leader Kenny Tripp on pit road. Richie Joplin getting waved back around, should put him back on the lead lap. John Berry has been trying to fight his way back up toward the front for quite a while. Every time he has gotten close, Berry has gotten into it, had an incident going backwards. He could be the fastest one on the track, just needs an opportunity to show it. Lights are back out. And will we go single? No, they're going to stack up for the restart. Pace car drops in, they're away. Green in the air. Chance does an amazing restart, stays with Maricchio. Tries to pinch him down, can't do it. Austin's got to run on the inside. We've got a wreck behind, no caution. Isaiah Priest, and caution is out. Oh, and we've got leaders involved. Isaiah Priest and CJ Allman involved in this one. Oh, looks like Priest gets a big bump. Comes up the track. Allman nowhere to go. before the caution has a chance to come out. These two are stuck down there in the infield trying to get going. Austin Edwards gets caught up. McRacken also caught up in this. Kendrick Cryer got some of it. Austin gets on the brakes, but nowhere to go. Him and Kendrick end up in the wall. Austin Edwards, Kendrick Cryer both having to toe to pit road here. Riley Maricchio, Chance Madrick, Edmund Jones, Kyle Martin, and Russell Worth now have the top 5. Brandon Young now up into 6th. Ed Sr. in 7th, Richie Joplin 8th, Kenny Tripp in 9th, and John Berry still trying to fight his way back in 10th. Lights are out on the pace car. Single file restart. It'll be 20 to go at the line. CJ Allman appears to be out due to damage. Green flag back in the air, and it appears Brandon Young may also be out. Edmund Jones now up to 3rd, trying to run down the top 2. He had charged up to 2nd earlier before getting caught up in an incident. Kyle Martin now at 4th. Russell Worth having one of his best runs in 5th. Brandon Young 6th, Ed Sr. 7th, Kenny Tripp 8th, Richie Joplin 9th, John Berry in 10th. McRacken just set the fastest lap of the race. And the leader's already coming into lap traffic. Vern Spring moves up the track, lets him by. Oh, Chance gets it. Caution. Vern Spring had moved up the track just a little bit. What happened? Oh, Chance gets the apron, gets loose, comes up and gets into Vern. Vern ends up towing to pit road. Attrition is definitely the name of the game here tonight. CJ Allman out, Brandon Young out, Andrew Thornton out due to technical difficulties. Vern Spring on pit road. Austin Edwards out. Kendrick Cryer out. A 17-car field is now dropped to 10 cars on the lead lap. Chance Madrick on pit road. Looks like he's going to get repairs. Oh, Brandon Young is still in the race. My mistake. Brandon Young now up into 4th place. Here we go. Pace car is in. Maricchio fires green back in the air. Brandon Young has a problem getting on the power. Manages to hold his spot. Russell Worth now in 3rd as Edmund gets to 2nd. Brandon Young battling with Ed Sr. That is the battle for 4th. Sr. having one heck of a run here tonight. Senior clears into fourth. Trip takes advantage. Young up the track. Caution is out. Ed Senior and Richie Joplin involved. Oh, Ed gets loose off 4, collects Kyle Martin. Looks like in the checkup to avoid it, Richie Joplin was involved. Oh, Brandon coming down, Richie trying to move up. They met in the middle. Riley Maricchio, Edmund Jones, Russell Worth, Kenny Tripp, Brandon Young, your top 5. John Barry has fought his way back up into 6th place. Kyle Martin in 7th. Richie Joplin and Ed Senior on pit road. And it appears Chance Maderick is now out of the race. It has definitely been a rough night for the drivers. A lot of attrition here. Lights are out on the pace car. Looks like they are going side by side for the restart. Here we go, Green back in the air. 5 laps to go. Edmund in 2nd, Kenny Tripp in 3rd. There's a battle behind. McRecken is loose. Russell Worth, John Barry have crashed. Russell toes to pit road, no caution. Top 3 still fighting it out. McRecken in 4th, Brandon Young in 5th. Huge, huge points night for Brandon Young if he can bring it home in 5th. Maricchio still has the lead, coming down, 2 to go. Edmund looks down low. Edmund's got the nose in. White flag is in the air. Side by side into turn 3, they are bouncing off of each other. Out of turn 4, Edmund has the run. Edmund Jones gets the win on the last lap pass. Riley Maricchio comes home in 2nd. Kenny Tripp finishes 3rd. Kenny Tripp will extend his point. No, he will not. Riley Maricchio will close the gap just a little bit. And let's see if we can talk to our top 3, starting with Kenny Tripp. Hey, Kenny, it's Doug. You got me?
Sure do, Doug.
Hey, that was a bit of a rough one to come home 3rd. In that race. You got to be happy about that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to do, if I should have fit or not, but I don't know. I don't know if it was the right move or not. I don't think I would have beat the 82 anyways. But Ed got tires before me, and I'm like, you know what? If he did it, I got to do it. So I got tires and just came back up through.
And actually, you are the biggest mover of the night too, coming from 14th to 3rd. Honestly, coming through that field had to have been a bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it was definitely nerve-wracking. I was more riding and looking at the horizon more than paying attention to what I was doing. I'd look at the rearview mirror every once in a while. If I heard someone on my inside, I'd let them go. This racetrack's just tough. I don't know if we'll be back here next year or not. Both races were kind of a mess, but it is actually a really good racy track if you let the car come in. I just think there's a lot of impatience going on, and 85 laps is a long ways. We could have really had a good race here.
Well, man, a great job, a great finish. You, the points lead will close up a little bit, but you still got a big chunk of a lead.
Yeah, yeah. I just got to thank Josh Doobie and Fast Track Motorsports. You, Dougie, for putting on a great show every weekend. Is it Angie for happy birthday? I think I got her name right.
Yep, you did.
Yeah. So she's the better half, from my understanding. Yeah, so happy birthday to her, and just thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully I can be a little bit more enthusiastic next week. I'm not feeling well at all.
Oh, man, get to feeling better. Great job tonight, buddy.
Thank you.
Riley Maricchio coming home in second place. Riley, that pass there at the end, you guys got a little rough. I mean, the whole race was rough, but you and Edmund were really bouncing off each other.
Yeah, that was a really good race. I took the gamble of, I know, like Ed, McRecken, I think Kenny did too. They all went in for tires, but I was up there and I wanted to keep the track position. So the gamble was basically stay up there with no tires and see when they came up. A little short. It was a great finish, though. Happy birthday to Angie, by the way.
Well, man, congratulations. Thank you so much. That was definitely an awesome finish and a great race tonight, buddy.
Yeah, good race to Eddie, good race to Kenny, everyone. That was a good finish. I'll see you next week, Doug.
All right, man. And finally, our winner, Edmund Jones. Edmund, you really were fighting that out that last couple of laps.
Yeah, I mean, man, what else can I ask for? I've had two really good side-by-side finishes with Riley tonight. I really wasn't trying to make contact. We had a little bump when I made the pass. So I did apologize to him. Just good, hard racing. It's a typical race at Hickory, man. It's guys being aggressive. Dude, I love this track. I've always loved this track. I've always ran well here. This is the first win here with JBSRL, so I'm gonna definitely take it. And the way I ran tonight, maybe I just need to keep this ugly ass fucking paint job that Angie did. Because a second and then a first, it's hard to beat that, man.
It definitely is. Well, man, congratulations. Burn them down. Great win tonight, buddy.
Hey, thanks. And Angie, again, happy birthday. Glad we were able to get your car up here, on the podium twice. Do it for Angie.
All right, buddy. Great job tonight.
Thanks, man.
Edmund Jones gets the win at Hickory, and wow, what a night of racing it was. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. You can find all of our past races there. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did. We'll see you tomorrow night for XCal. You guys, y'all have a great night.